people, welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, I want you to picture this scenario. Imagine you're sitting in your welder shop, minding your business, a weld up your iron, and out of nowhere, here comes Babylon. Throw an handcuff on you. Tell you say, you send man, figure lick down man. Not only do you get found guilty, but then they sentence you to 38 years and 9 months. Now you're sitting to yourself wondering, how did this happen to me? After all, I'm just an innocent welder. Why is the system so crooked? Why is the system so corrupt? I need justice. Well, that is what Bert Samuels wants you to believe about Tesha Miller. Bert Samuels wants you to believe that Tesha Miller, the welder, was just minding his business in Spanish Town, and somehow his name just keeps falling into these mix-up and blender scenarios, and somehow his name is attached to Klansman, and him don't know how this could have happened. Now people, when I used to hear Bert Samuels talk about Tesha Miller, most of it was written. I used to be reading about it in the papers or online. But today, when I saw the interview that Bert Samuels did after Tesha got sentenced, and I got to see how his body language look and see, look into his eyes at least in the video, people, I want everyone to realize Bert Samuels genuinely believe Tesha Miller is innocent. Bert Samuels has convinced himself that Tesha Miller is an innocent welder and he's been framed in all of this. See, you have to understand this, people. I think this is how Jamaica's top criminal lawyers are able to sleep well at night. See, the human brain is so amazing that you can literally create your own scenario and your own world and live in it. And in Bert Samuels' world, Tesha Miller is just an innocent welder who is being framed and is being set up. Today when I saw the video, that is when I got convinced. See, at first I thought, no man, he's just doing his job. I just work him and work, him have to say that, but come on, really and truly. For example, a lot of lawyers, when you see them doing interviews about their clients, you can just look at their body language and tell, yeah, the lawyer well and knows that my boy guilty. Bert Samuels genuinely believes Tesha is an innocent man. Now people, Bert Samuels made a few points in his interview, and I actually agree with some of them in terms of the outcome. Bert Samuels is saying, listen, we've been here before. Them accuse him of things, the evidence was shabby, but them still convict him. Then we go appeal and bust the appeal. Bert Samuels is saying the same thing will happen again. He's saying, once again, them convict with very weak evidence, but when we appeal, we'll go bust the case. And how it look at the moment, I have to say, the ball is, or at least the odds are in Tesha Miller's favor to bust the appeal, right? Because based on what we saw in court, I really don't think there's enough to hold on Tesha. The original case, the first case, when they did convict Tesha, that case was stronger than this one, because in that case, the person who was leading the accuse against Tesha Miller, he wasn't just police, he was also a man who was the actual victim, was pushing the case. He was there and he was saying and he was testifying and he was giving evidence, and the case still get thrown. Now this case is resting on the words of Brother Rat, aka Ratty. If he was alive during the Roman Empire, his name would be Rattus Crassus, right? Now the entire case is hanging on the testimony and the statements of Ratty. So if the first case gets thrown out with a witness who is not a criminal and was a victim, but them still couldn't muster up enough to make the Court of Appeal believe, say yes, this brother should stay behind bars. Listen, it's looking really likely that Tesha will probably going to walk on the appeal. But you have to understand, again, people get phone call and people get words passed to them, say, yo, make sure certain man not touch the road. So make we see how it look, right? But another thing Bert Samuels touch on is that the sentencing is excessive. right? He's saying that 38 years and 9 months is far too excessive for where them put for the crime that he was charged for. Now again, people, this is an example of Tesha Miller name and infamy catching up to him. 38 years for accessory, that's almost unheard of. People, when they hear Bert Samuel say people who get charged for triple and quadruple murder don't get that time, it's true. In the video I did yesterday, I told you in Jamaica, life is 35 years. If you get 35 years in Jamaica, that's a serious crime you commit, right? That's big time doctor business, right? Life in Jamaica is generally 30-35 years. And that's a man who licked down 2-3 people one time. So 38 years and 9 months. The reason why the sentence is so harsh is because a long time they want to hold Tesha. Because Tesha Miller has been making a fool of the Jamaican justice system for years, right? This is about the 4th or 5th time Tesha I come before the courts, and he's made them look silly multiple times. So they're saying to him, listen, you think so you can make me look like fool? We even send you to jail and you come bust case? Who do you think you are? All this, right? All of 38 years and 9 months. Tesha Miller's name. Listen, people, you see me was Tesha? Me that tell. You see when that song came out, Cartel one done in front of me and Tesha Miller. Me that have to tell Cartel say, yo, take my name out of that song, brother. See, this culture in Jamaica where dance get them name mentioned in a dancehall song, it's one of the stupidest things to me. How can you be in a life of crime, right? And then you're going to get that infamy of getting a name called up on certain things, feet stuck in a people's mind. Listen, once those words come in your mind, right? The jury, them listen to dancehall song. Even if them not go dancehall, they must hear one tune here and there. So when them look upon them things, the enemy say, man, I say, oh, big up the dance from round, so tap dodos, tap Zeeks, tap this, tap that, have matches lane lock. People, you have to understand. All if you're not done, you're done. Because of that me hearing a music. Right? If you're living them life there, any 90 octane who listen to me right now, please tell an artist bridging them say, yo, don't call my name in another song. Don't call me. One of the reasons why 116 can continue to be 116 for so long is because nobody don't know them by name. Nobody can point them out and say, oh, what him name so? The artist not sing about them, no movie no make about them, right? If you not live badness life, you not have to go live in the shadows. This whole heap of name calling and superstar status and people know you and all these things. Like you're Rihanna or Beyonce, like you're some kind of pop star. It can't work. Sorry. Me no want no man call my name if me not them life there. No man never call my name at all. Because as I told you people, the jury know who Tesha Miller was. The jury went into that trial with it already sinking at them head. So Tesha Miller was done for Klansman. The verdict that came back was because they were already setting at their mind. So listen, no matter what this brother want to come tell you about him or welder, the name Tesha Miller is synonymous with Klansman and Donship. Just like how if anybody listening to this right now, go in our court and you hear, say the person, if you look on a jury right now and when you look, you see Zeeks or Dodos or none of them man they come before you, listen, you could be the most moral person in the world. You could have the highest morals in the world. The fact of the matter is, your opinion is already tainted. You are already biased towards giving a guilty verdict. It's the truth. It's the truth. That is how brand work. That is how marketing work. Marketing work in a badness, Marketing work everywhere, When you continuously hear, this man is this man is that, all it's not going to say you believe it. Much less when I'm actually guilty. Right? So, listen. All of the man out there were so not done. This fame thing, this one artist calling the name in a song thing, leave it alone. Because it's going to come back and bite, Right? It's going to come back and bite, real hard. So, I don't know, make you see what the appeal going to people. Because based on what Bert Samuels is saying and based on what we saw in court, they're probably going to bust the appeal. But again, due to the high profile nature of this case and the fact that if him do come back on road, the justice system is going to look silly again, then a couple phone calls gonna make and he might not touch back the streets. But we have to just watch and see people. But what I mean, know, Bert Samuels, people, I'm telling you right now, if you ever hear say Sir P get in trouble, Bert Samuels is going to be my lawyer. Bert Samuels is the man. The level of bare face and dry eye where Bert Samuels have, that is the man that has to be my lawyer if you ever hear say Sir P getting in trouble. But then again, my net worth small, right? My pocket depend on a diet, so I don't even think I can afford Bert Samuels. But as I said before, way back in when the Tesha Miller thing start, if you have a high net worth, check Bert. Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Please like, comment, and share the video. Bless.